Hey guys, D Smooth here, back at it with another rant video. Haven't done a rant in a while, and I've done some discussions but not rants. Anyway, I want to talk about My Little Pony today. Talk about the Alicorns, why I just can't respect them. You see in the show, Alicorns are put it up as basically the deities of this world, or deities of the ponies. They're the strongest people there, and they don't do nothing but sit there and look pretty. And when it's time to actually do something, they get their butts kicked like Celestia. I really can't respect any of them. And this is the problem with many shows nowadays. Image over action. The Alicorns have this mentality of image over action. Instead of going out and doing what you claim to be about, you project an image. You try to project this image. And the thing about image is that it's innately superficial. So it devolves. This whole image over action mentality is innately flawed. It's innately just a bad mentality because it keeps getting more and more superficial. Everything becomes about maintaining an image rather than doing the actual thing you claim to be about. When Chrysalis showed up to box, Celestia stepped up and got done up. She got mollywopped. She got beat. And here's the funny thing: she didn't get back up. It's one thing to get knocked down in a fight. I've been knocked down in plenty of fights. You know what I do? I get right back up. Celestia didn't even try. Now it's like, okay, Celestia ain't got no heart. You get knocked down, you don't even try. You don't even try. Just immediately just folds the twilight, says, oh, get the elements harm. Wait, are you serious? You're not even gonna try? You're not even gonna try? And that just shows you their image over action. This mentality of image above action. It's a downward slope. It breeds insecurity and laziness. I noticed that a lot of MLB fans are also Doctor Who fans. And Doctor Who is a big fraud who believes in image over action. That's what the Alicorns represent, image over action. Okay, stop and analyze what they're actually doing. Okay, they move in the sun. The top Alicorns move the sun and moon. And that's about it. And they like the most impressive thing the Alicorns have done is like when they gave their power to Twilight, she started boxing with Tyrek, and really Twilight's really the only Twilight and Sunset are really the only Alicorns you can actually respect because they're actually out there doing stuff. This mentality of image above action, it's a downward slope because it makes you become superficial. It's grounded in being superficial. Whenever it's time for the Alicorns to get up and actually do something, they get done up. They get done up. Remember at that party thing where they got splashed but they couldn't do anything? I'm like, okay, I can understand your main thing is magic, and now magic is taken away. You still have to have some type of hands or some type of hooves or some way to get rid of that gunk, which you should be able to do fast. And it's one thing. Remember in the movie when when Shadow showed, her name wasn't Shadow, Tempest showed up and started throwing those orbs, they immediately folded. The Alicorns immediately just folded. Immediately, okay, go get the hippogriffs. And that tells me that regardless of how much power you supposedly have, you're really not confident in your fighting ability to actually get rid of this event. And that mentality of image above action plays. And I try to see, I look at fan videos, try to justify, oh, why doesn't Celestia ever do anything? Oh, well, when gods fight, everyone loses. I'm like, are you freaking serious? That's the laziest excuse ever. It's the lazy excuse. This is the mentality of image above action. It makes you become superficial. You spend all your time looking yourself in the mirror, trying to look big, trying to look. It's a fake tough guy mentality. This is how fake tough guys are created, by prioritizing image above the action. Everything becomes about maintaining a superficial image and instead of actually doing the thing. And when it comes time to actually do the thing that you're supposed to be good at, you're not good at it because you don't practice it. This is how fake tough guys get created on the internet. because everything's about image to them. Everything's about image to them, and it just this is how you end up with fake tough guys. And a while ago, I made a poll. Is Celestia a fake tough guy? Nowadays, I realize I was a little too harsh. Not really a fake, not really a tough guy, but she's still a fraud. Stepped up, just stepped up and got done up. Didn't even try. Didn't even try. You don't got no heart. You don't got no heart. Let's say supposedly you were this really strong individual, really strong magic, all that. Still ain't got no oaths. Still ain't got. You're clearly not confident in your skill. Clearly not. Clearly not confident in your skill. Clearly not that versatile. Clearly don't got no battle IQ. Clearly not technical. Clearly not confident in your reaction time. Clearly not confident in any of these things in order to actually throw hands. I remember she tried to buck up against. She tried to buck up against Discord when he first popped up, and still didn't do just wanted to fight Discord and didn't do nothing, and just comes across like, wow, these Alicorns really ain't that. They're really nothing. They're really a bunch of nothings. They're image over action, and image over action. Never adopt this mentality, kids. For all you watching this, never adopt this mentality because it's a downward slope. I actually have more respect for Shining Armor. Remember when King Summer popped up? At least Shining Armor was trying to fight. At least Shining Armor was trying to fight. He was trying to fight. I respect that way more than Celestia and Luna, who don't do nothing. Like, it's cap. Because here's the thing: if Celestia and Luna were actually active, actually trained, they would have found a way to get rid of the threats without hurting anybody. If you want to say that, oh, well, if they were to fight, they would hurt everybody. If they were really about it, they would have found a way to defeat bad guys without hurting anybody. Because that's what it's like when you're actually trying. You find ways, you discover things, you find tricks. They don't do that, which shows that they're probably not even that active. Probably just a bunch of lazy. This image over action mentality breeds laziness. This is how you end up with frauds. It's like you need. I can't respect Alicorns. Sunny Starscale is probably one of the best. Probably one of the best because she's actually active. Because of her position, she's forced to be active. She's not a leader. She's not a leader. She's just a pony. She's just a pony. Therefore, she just has a regular job like everybody else. So she's forced to kind of be active. And in that short time, she's already done way more than Celestia and Luna. And especially Cadence is probably the biggest bomb out of them all. What is her job anyway? Celestia and Luna raise the sun and moon. Cadence spreads love. She's probably the biggest bomb out of all. I can't respect him. I can't respect him. I said, oh, I can't respect him at all. They don't do nothing. It's image over action. It's like I said earlier. A lot of MLP fans are also Doctor Who fans, and Doctor Who was a fraud who believes in image over action, projecting an image of strength rather than actually doing anything. And when it comes time to actually do something, it's a lackluster performance because you don't really train what you're supposed to be good at. Your version of training is looking yourself in the mirror, trying to be as intimidating as possible. It's not good. I can't respect it, bro. I can't respect Alicorns. You want to be an Alicorn. You are going to be an Alicorn. Don't be one of the big ones. These two, the biggest bums out of all. They are the biggest bums, Celestia Luna. And especially Kate. Kate is the biggest fraud of all. She don't do nothing. She's worse than all. At least Celestia Luna have a legitimate job. Cadence don't do squat. I don't care how much magic you're supposed to have. If you don't really do nothing, I can't really respect you. And that's why we see people like, what was her name? Sunset. Not Sunset. The other purple horse behind Twilight. She was putting in that work. She fought Twilight head on. and tied her. When was doing that time travel stuff, she tied her. This shows, wow, regular unicorns can match the Alicorns in terms of power. It just shows how obsolete the Alicorns really are. And Twilight's probably one of the most active. People respect activity. They don't respect bums who don't do nothing. The thing about bums who don't do nothing, they're not really good at the things they claim to be good at. Because they spend all their time looking themselves in the mirror trying to look all high and mighty. They don't do nothing. It just shows that, man, like people said that, like, what was her name? Uh, the Sunset Simmer and the other purple horse besides Twilight. People said that she's a Mary Sue. She's so overpowered. Really? What's more likely is that the Alicorns just weren't that strong to begin with. The Alicorns just weren't that strong to begin with. The Alicorns just aren't all that. They're really not as strong as they claim to be. That's the more likely explanation. Alicorns just aren't as strong as they claim to be. And even if they do have more magic output, that's only one mere aspect of combat. There's infinite variables to a fight, infinite variables to life, and you only have this one advantage. And literally every other category, sunset glimmer, sunset glimmer, sunset glimmer. Every other category, sunset glimmer probably wins. She's so much more active. I think that's her name. I'm probably getting it right. Probably getting it wrong. It's like I can't respect the icons. They don't do nothing. And whenever it's time to do something like I know you're Doctor Who fan. Let's go back to Doctor Who for a second. Y'all were getting mad at me and saying, "Oh, Doctor Who can't fight. He fought Bruce Lee. Like 12th Doctor fought Bruce Lee in the comics." And I'm saying like that's not impressive. For all the talk that you do, defeating Bruce Lee is the most important. There's plenty of modern day fighters that would whoop Bruce Lee now. Pretty sure John Jones would beat Bruce Lee now. And why are you talking about Doctor Who? Because it's the same mentality here. Whenever it's time to do something, freaking Glimmer, I can't remember her first name. I'm just gonna say Glimmer, was able to beat Twilight because they're just not all that. Maybe they're just not as strong as they claim to be. Maybe they're all just frauds. I can't respect them. They're all frauds, bro. Like, subscribe. See you guys later.